Hey guys, it's KrunderKat and Carry On My Wayward Son. Again, more pops that are part of my collection that are not in end of the month stuff because I did the end of the month videos before when my collection actually was pretty big and again was showing you stuff I added to the collection. So these are things that are a part of the collection, just not part of the month haul. If that makes more sense. I'll get there eventually. I'll make sense on that. Anyway, Supernatural. It's actually one of my favorite TV shows. There's a lot of my favorite TV show. I have Tattoo. So, I love Steam and Sam, Crowley, the whole gang, Castiel, Bobby. It was one of my favorite shows. One of my favorite shows that made me cry, much to my husband's dismay. So he had to deal with that. And of course, they came out with Funkos for it. Too much to my husband's dismay, because he has to deal with this. So this is some of the collection. I know I have a few others somewhere in storage, and yeah. So one I at least know of. I know at least one that's somewhere in storage. We'll start here. We have Castiel as Steve. That was a Hot Topic exclusive. They are all in protector cases. I'm sorry. Just get this out real quick. So, back with this set, which is Steve and Bobby. There actually are a few I'm missing. There's a Castiel with the little Leviathan goo coming from him, his head. I don't have that one. This is Castiel from Hot Topic exclusive. This one he has his Fallen Angel wings, Dark Angel wings, the Shadow. I think this is supposed to be like the scene where we first beat him and they do like the light flash and you see the wings behind him type thing. But it was a Hot Topic exclusive. There's the set there. Again, I put them all in pop protectors before doing this video, so sorry. Give me a moment to take them out one at a time. This one is Sam. So, back the original three was Sam, Dean, and Castiel. And as you could tell from these pops, they're older. When like Funko first started doing these. So it's a bit of difference. I wonder how they would release them now. Like what details would they add? Would they make Sam hair a little more fluff? I did like how in the show, for Rowena's nightmare, Crowley, you know, it's Christmas and Crowley's like, look, Mom, I got Sam! And it's a Funko Pop. I died. Like, I started laughing really hard. And then we have Dean. He's a little worse for wear. That's kind of why I got the pops. So from the original three, I am missing this Castiel. The only Castiel I have in his trench coat is the Hot Topic one. So I am missing this Castiel and then the Leviathan Castiel. But yeah, I would like I said, I would like to see how they would release the pops now versus back then. If what design changes they would make. I mean, there's still a couple characters. We can now do Rowena. Another one, sorry. Ooh, and then the light hits me. Oh, dang. Hold on, sorry. That's not gonna work. Sun's coming through the window right there and just hitting the pops in a great spot for me. Sorry. So this is a Hot Topic exclusive with Dean. And I believe he has the Hunter's Blade with the Mark of Cain. Or the first blade with the Mark of Cain. So as you can tell, they gave him eyebrows. And he's got the scrubble. The hair is a little more suave, I guess we could say. His arms are thinner. They're like it's more detailed. So there were quite a few Hot Topic exclusives for this series. I mean, I'm gonna start making a pile of that, actually. So far, there's 3 of the 5 I've shown you. I did like the BS episodes, just the shit episodes that really didn't maybe contribute much to the story, were just for fun. Like the one where Dean was killed over and over again, and Sam had to keep reliving that day for Dean to die a different way every time. I love that one. It was funny. Didn't really do much, but it was funny. We have Dean as the gym teacher. Again, another Hot Topic exclusive. I did find it funny, you know, we don't do short shorts, and then they, like, go to school, and Dean's the gym teacher wearing the booty shorts. And then my husband really did like the Supernatural, the musical, where we do the musical, basically, at the girls' school. He loved that rendition of Carry On My Wayward Son. And he's sad that it wasn't, like, they didn't make an actual complete song of it. He wanted the whole version. Here's another Hot Topic exclusive, Crowley. So, the difference between this one and the other Crowley is the eyes. Basically, this is what normal Crowley would look like. Hot Topic has red eyes. I don't know if they should have changed the eyes, because technically demons do have black eyes. But since the way the pops are designed, yeah. So, it's good. I like it. We actually, me and my husband, have found this one while we were on a trip. We were in Vegas, visiting his dad and seeing his friends, because that's where my husband is, he's from Vegas, and visiting his friends, and he was showing me around, and we went to one of the malls that he usually go to, and I was like, why not? We're here. So we found Crowley while visiting, and we bought him. So if you're keeping track, that's now 5 of the 7 I've shown you that have been Hot Topic exclusives. And again, that is actually another one I don't have. I don't have regular Crowley. I just have this Crowley. Now, there is, I think, 2 other Crowleys. I think there's a metallic Crowley and then a blood spatter Crowley. Again, they're not part of the collection. Or at least my collection. And then I can't forget, this one's not a Hot Topic exclusive, Bobby Singer. I bawled when we lost Bobby, And I was totally okay with having the alternate universe for Bobby. As long as Bobby was back, I was fine. But again, we have this. That was part of the Stephen and Castiel one, which I have both of those. I mean, they never came out with John, their father. They never came out with Mary, their mom. We could have got a few more demons. We could have got Lucifer. Like, there were so many things we could have done. This one's not a Hot Topic exclusive. I got this one at Vintage Stock, and you can tell the damn sticker. But we have Charlie! Another good character. I instantly grew up on her. Like, she instantly liked her. It was great. Sad. Again. We can have Kevin now. There could be Kevin. Chuck. The Darkness. I mean, there's still a lot of options for more characters for the series, for Funko. Trying to think. This is the last one I have here, but I know it's not the last Funko I have. So, they did come with 3-packs and some 2-packs of Dean and Sam. Sam, Dean, and Crowley. Trying to look here. I know there was another. There's a Castiel in a sweater that was like a San Diego Comic-Con. Didn't get. There was a Sam and Dean, both bloodied, that I don't have. There was Sam and Dean in their FBI, undercover outfits. I don't have. Both of those Hot Topic exclusives. Bunch of keychains I can get. There's only one chase. Out of this whole set, there's only one chase. Let me look here. The regular Castiel, like I said, and then Castiel with, like, the Leviathan goop. The bloody Winchesters, and I think there's also a metallic version of them as bloodied. Yeah. And then the one I know I have in storage is Dean with Baby. Or I think it's Baby with Dean. I was happy they finally came out. Baby. We needed a baby pop. Because baby. Like, we had a whole freaking episode of just the point of view of the back seat of the car. It was interesting. But again, the only back seat of the car. So, they came out with Dean with Baby first. And then they came out with Baby with Sam. Which is a Hot Topic exclusive. And like I said, they did do the Baby with Dean, which is also a Hot Topic exclusive. But Sam's the only one that has a chase. The Baby with Sam, there is a chase version where the car is like a silver metallic. Not too sure why, but it is. So, we did get them. But that's the only one with the chase. And again, that was Hot Topic exclusive. That the Dean with Baby, Baby with Dean, whatever they've said it, is Hot Topic exclusive. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the 10 Funkos I just showed you were Hot Topic exclusives. And then the 2 FBI undercover ones are Hot Topic exclusives, and then Baby with Dean is Hot Topic exclusive. That's quite a bit. That's more than half of the actual collection. That is a Hot Topic exclusive. So, but if I'm not mistaken, I think they might have slightly changed the design on Baby from Dean and Sam. I'll have to find my other one and get it compared. It's in storage because I didn't have room to store the Funkos, and I'm still working on that. So, to get them out of the way to where they don't get damaged or anything, they're in storage. But like I said, there are still many characters we can do for Funko for these. Like I said, there's Mary, there's John, there's Lucifer, there's Chuck, there's Rowena, there's the Darkness, which I can't remember what they call her when she actually gets born. There's Billy. There's the Reaper. We can do all 4 of the Horsemen, especially Death, who was my husband's favorite character. We can do all 4 of the Horsemen. We can do Billy the Reaper. There's Jack. There's Kevin. There's... Trying to go through the whole list here. There's a lot of characters we could still do for this thing. For Funkos. There's still a lot of characters they could explore for this. I mean, we have 3-4 different Castiels and 3 or 4 different Deans. Only 2 Sams and 1 Crowley. Besides the Wrights. There's more. There's the Men of Letters they could do. They can do even moments where we could get Gabriel. We need a Gabriel. He sacrificed himself. We need a Gabriel. We also could have Michael. And Adam. There are still more characters they can explore for this series. But I'll end my rant there for it. For now. I'll end it there. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know anything. Your favorite episode of Supernatural, your favorite character of Supernatural, let's discuss it. Let's discuss Supernatural. Did it go on too long? A little bit. Did I cry when it ended? Pretty hard. But if you guys want to keep seeing more of collections that I haven't showed you yet, also let me know. And I will see you guys next time. Remember, carry on.